Alright guys, it's your boy Dave Partner. We will be replicating this or something that looks close to this dashboard in Figma so that you get a better grip on Figma and how to build dashboards with a Figma. Alright, so let's get done. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Alright, first things first, we get to Figma, figma.com. Visit figma.com. If you don't already have an account there, you create an account, sign up and register. And once you've done that, we can just click here or look for the plus sign, just click on it and it will allow you to start. Alright, first thing we have to name this is a dashboard. Call it dashboard. Alright, that's how you rename your screen or your Figma app. Secondly, we need to go take a screenshot of the app, okay, and bring it in here. So we get back to our admin panel. We should take a screenshot of this and bring it right in. Well, the way it is, I can't take full screenshot because I'm recording, so I'm just going to manage what I have. Alright, what I have is not the complete screenshot because I couldn't screenshot the full sides. I think I should just do that as much as I can. Alright, we go. There we go. Okay, so now we have it. We can bring it in Canva in Figma. So I just dragged it into Figma. So the first step of cloning a website is to take the screenshot and bring it into Figma. The second step is to create a similar page. Here, click this icon and select a frame desktop. You click this small arrow and then select this. Alright, so below, if you look at this, I'm using, if you're wondering what I'm using to drag this around, I place two fingers on my mouse pad at the same time and I'm using it to drag around, and I'm using a Mac operating system. So what we're going to do is to make sure that these two look alike in terms of size. Okay, we try and make them the size the same. Okay, so I'm trying to get them to be the same size. Okay, so they are now perfectly the same size. Now we can start working around a number of things. The first thing is we'll create the top menu. Alright, the top menu, for us to create it, we can bring this to the side, and then just to be sure that we can get the size of this, so what I can do is to click here, select a block, start here and get to that part, and then we'll draw out to the extreme. Yeah, so we can come here, just verify that they are the same size, verify that the same size. Perfect. Now secondly, what you will notice is that the color is white and then that there is a small shadow at the bottom here. Okay, so we make sure that the color is white, the fill color is white, and then it has a stroke. Not a stroke, sorry, not a stroke. So we'll click here to remove the stroke. We'll remove the stroke, but it has an effect. The effect is drop shadow, so let's compare. So look at what the effect looks like. The drop shadow here is too much, so what do? We reduce the drop shadow effect. So click on it, drop shadow effect, click on this, and then we reduce. So I'm going to pan this down so that you get the idea. Pull this up. Okay, So it's 25%. I think 25% is too much. Let's put it at 10 or 15 to start with. 15. Let's compare. Okay, I think I will make it 10. 10. Okay, that's closer than that's quite close. Okay, I'll leave it there at 10. Alright, so the next thing we would want is the right side menu. Okay, what I will do for the right side menu is I'll duplicate this Command D or Control D, Command D on my keyboard. Now I can drag down. Look at this. You see, I've duplicated it. So what I want to do now is minimize this and then drag this down all the way down. Then verify this one, this right bar is above this. Okay, so our left bar, we drag it on top. Oops. I know it's white, that's why we can't see it, but it's okay. I'm going to fix that soon. So now what we're gonna do is we'll carry this to the bottom. Take it to the bottom just to be sure that this and this are the same size. Okay, since we got it almost perfect and we're good. Alright, the next thing we're gonna look at is the drop shadow for this. We need to put a drop shadow. As you can see here, it's almost invisible. So what we're gonna do is select it, get to drop shadow and play around till we get something. Let's say this is 4. Enter. You see, it now shows. Look at this. Drop shadow now shows. Cool. Alright, the next thing we're gonna do is the background. So let's get a gray or ash background. So up here, we use this gray background. So as you can see, it's too gray, so we're going to have to steal or copy this color. So I'll click on this background, click on fill color, and click on this tool here, select this, and you see, now we have this background. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is to select the drop shadow effect. The drop shadow effect is too light. Look at this. I have to increase it. So the moment we added drop shadow, it looks like we need to add something here. Look at. So I'm going to try to add something there. Drop shadow. Click on effects. Drop shadow. Instead of 10%. Okay, instead of 10%, I'm going to put it at let's see what 15 looks like. 15 looks better. All right, so far so good. The next thing we're gonna do is let's start putting things here. So let's add a plugin. We need to install a plugin. Let's look at this. The plugin, click here under plugins, manage plugins, and then you wait. It's gonna load the plugin page. We install a very super useful plugin. You can find plugins in the community tab. Click on community, and here we'll search for a plugin called Content Reel. Reel, very useful plugin. Hit enter, and for some reason, Content Reel plugins. All right, make sure you get the spelling correctly. Content Rail by Microsoft. That's amazing. Install. So I've done the installation. Look at the bottom of the screen. It says plugin installed. Okay, good. So now we can get back to our Figma design. And now once we're back into our Figma design, we can start doing some things. For instance, we're going to use the content reel soon, but let's try something first. I'm going to try to create this. Right click anywhere, plugins, content reel, click content reel, then you wait. We have to wait. Meanwhile, while we're waiting, I can start doing some other things, such as these ones. So to get these ones done, I have to highlight this. Okay, content reel is pulled up now. Move it to the side. It's blocking what I want to do, so I have to find a place to keep it. Content reel, good. Move it to the side. Move it to the side, good. Make sure that they are side by side. Okay, good. All right. We're just gonna do our next, and we have it. Content reel. So content reel helps you to install certain kind of softwares. All right. So I've clicked outside. Now we're looking for, you see, avatar. We're looking for an avatar. Okay. Okay, here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna create a circle. Zoom in. Circle. So hold your shift key so that you can create a perfect circle. Shift key, perfect circle. And make sure you release your mouse before you release the shift key, especially if you're on Mac. So now we've selected this, we'll click on avatar. So you see what happened. We selected it and we clicked on avatar, and it changed the avatar for us. Look at this. The more you click on it, the more avatars it changes. Okay, and that's beautiful. So you can always use content reel to generate different kind of stuff. So here, if we scroll out now, you will now see that we have avatars here. So the next thing we're gonna do is to create these two guys. These are two icons of comment and bell. So to create them, first of all, we have to create. I think I should bring this down so I can be seeing two of them together. Yeah. So comment and bell. So to create a comment and bell, we have to get the circle icon. Make sure that they are properly aligned. Okay. So I'm going to delete that. Delete. Control D, just to make sure that they are the same size. Control D. I'll pull this out. Alright, Control D again, and I'll pull it down. Okay, good. So there we go. I feel the two of them should be together. Closer. Okay. Now, content reel. Okay, I'll select. Okay, content reel. Plugins, content reel. Then we'll look for icons. Make sure you have your internet on. If you don't have internet, this wouldn't pull up. So icon fabric. So click on icons. We'll look for an icon comment. So we're looking for the comment icon. It's pulling up, it's coming from the internet. So there you go. Once you click on it, it adds itself. So it has added itself here. I have to minimize, then drag. So I'm surprised the content reel did not replace this, but I guess it's because it's not an empty square or circle. Okay, there you go. So let's try again content reel, plugins content reel. Okay, it just did the same thing per se. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to manage it that way. So delete. Okay, so I'll delete this. So basically, delete. Basically, we're going to have to get this into this. So the way we're going to do that is simple. We'll click on this and then we minimize. We minimize it to the point that we can use it here. Drag to this place and minimize. Okay, good. Now, first of all, this back, we need to color it. So we need to paint it this color, the color of this. So I'm gonna click this, select this tool, then scroll all the way and pick this color. Nice. Alright, I hope it works well. We're good. Then secondly, we have to pick this other color. So I think we just have to reduce this a little. Alright, so instead of leaving it dark, we can pick this color and make it darker. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna delete this guy and group, or even without grouping, you can just select, hold your shift key, hold this one, Ctrl D, then drag. Fine. Yeah, so the icon we're looking at here is a bell icon, and remember that it has these two dots, 3 and 4 on top. So we're gonna try to replace this icon with a bell icon. Alright, delete. And we go to content reel. Remember in the past video, what I taught you was on how to get icons is go to Font Awesome, but here we're gonna go to content reel. From content reel we go to icon fabric and then we search for bell icons. Why is there no bell notification? Alerts. Okay, we're gonna use one of these alerts in place of bell. Okay, now that's done, we have to minimize, then drag, zoom in, click, zoom, minimize, drag. Alright, to make sure that they're the same size, we'll click on this. Watch out for the size, they're 16 by 16. So if we click on this, we can put it as 16 by 16. Hit enter, and there we go. So we can position it using the cursor key to make sure it's in the middle. Perfect. And then we can change the color. We can change the color using this. Oops, not fill color. Ctrl Z. Not the fill color. Selection colors. This. Beautiful. So one more thing, we'll draw a circle. We'll make the color. So for this circle, I'm going to select this. For the color, select this, and then come here, select this pink color as the color. Alright, good. And we're going to write a number inside it. Text. The number will be 3. We'll change the color of the 3 to white. We need white color, white. Oops, have to highlight it first. Ctrl A. Then select white. Good. Then we need to drag it. Click outside so that we can drag it in. Perfect. So click outside just to be sure. Click on it. On. Okay, I think that's the best we can get it. Okay, we'll group it. Or even without grouping, select the two of them and Ctrl D. Alright, it's now duplicate, so I can drag one here as 3 and drag one here. Oops, Ctrl Z. I have to select the two of them. Hold the shift key. Alright, drag it here as 4. So for this one, I'm going to change it to 4. Good. It's shaping up pretty well. The next thing we're going to do is this button, this sign it form. So to do that, we just select a rectangle and we draw it out. So usually if you want to get the exact dimensions, you can draw the rectangle here. So we draw the rectangle here just to get the exact dimensions. Fine. So before we can drag it, I'm going to create the whole rectangle here, then I'll drag it. So to make the edges rough, make it 10. 10 is too much. Let's put it at 5. Yes, so we pick the color, fill color of the rectangle. We'll pick this color. Then we add an icon. To add an icon, you have to go to plugins, content reel. So from content reel, we can add this search icon, and then we can type search here, icons, and then we'll do search or magnifying glass, depending on which one produces what we want. So my internet is not that fast, so that's why sometimes you can notice this. So I'm going to click. Alright, now we have it. We can minimize and drag. Minimize, drag. Okay, now I want to reverse it. You see, I've reversed it by dragging it from right to left. And okay, just to make sure that this is visible, I'm going to place this here so I can see it. Alright, then for this, keep minimizing this. Good. So we can drag it to this place. Then let's see if we can make it. Alright, let's click outside and see how it looks like. Good. Okay, now we're going to search. We're going to do a search. Text reads search. Here. Alright, this text is not visible because why? Why is the text not visible? Oh, because it's behind. Oh, good. So let's look for the text. If you look at my left column, you see where the text is. The text is at the bottom, but this is at the top here. Okay, I understand. So I think what we're gonna do is to, let's see, bring to front. Good. Okay, now we're gonna increase the size of the text and the color. So the color, I'm going to make it just about 50%. 50. Good. The color, the size here, make it 15. Good. Possibly bold. It's regular now. Let's try bold. Yeah, roughly. I think bold is 2. Here, let's make it 40%. 40. Okay, good. So now we can group. I don't know what this tiny little button is down here. Okay. So let's group everything and then we'll drag it down. Okay, we'll click on this, click on this and click on this and Ctrl G. Alright, now we can drag it down all the way down. All the way down beside this. So let's look at this and see where it is. Yeah. Okay, this icon, I'm not sure it's pure black, is it? No. So it's the same color with this. Let's make it 40%. 40. Alright. Good, so far so good. We've got this top, and let's start looking at the easier ones. For instance, home and dashboard. So text. So we select text. I'm going to drag this up just a little. Okay, home. So home is going to be, zoom in. What's the font size? Font size is bold. I wouldn't call it bold. Anyway, it's bold. Okay, bold, and we're gonna choose a color. I think it's the same color as this. Okay, select. I think I pressed Ctrl A to highlight it, and I think it's the same color as this. And I think based on this margin, it should come a little to the left. Okay. Then we have another one that is / dashboard. So these two will be black, but then at the same time they'll be like 50%. Okay, good. Now we're going to give enough space between dashboard and the / and then we'll bring it up, make two of them together. Okay, good. Then we write hi John, welcome. we need to increase the font size to about 20. Then we try the hi John. Hi John, welcome back. So I will not call this John, I'll call this Dave, because of course I'm Dave. First of all, the font size is too small, so we'll put it at 25, and then it's not bold, it's regular. Okay, then click outside, make sure it's aligned, you see, and then the Dave there, we'll make sure it's the same pink color or whatever color that is. This. Okay, good. Then very detailed, look at this, very detailed featured admin. Okay, so we'll scroll in right here, very detailed. Before we do that, just to be sure, I think they're the same level, I'll delete this. Instead, I'll copy this, click outside, Ctrl D, drag it down here. Alright, very detailed featured admin. Admin what? Admin, okay. Okay, very detailed and featured admin. And featured admin. Ctrl A, make it less bold. Sorry, I think it's actually bold. Ctrl Z, I lost what I just did. Make it bold. Okay, good. So far, so good. Now, if you look at this, you'll see that we've done some parts of the work. I think these two should go up a little. So I'll select this, and make them go up a little. And then I think they're good so far. And the next thing we're going to do is to select these icons. So to fix the icons for the side, I'm generally I'm going to just drag icons. So look at go to plugins, go to content reel. Under icons, I'm just going to drag random icons for the purpose of dragging icons. So under icons, alright, I click on icons. This is gonna be a little challenging. This is what I mean. For each icon we click, we have to resize it. Alright. Okay, so while I'm waiting for them to open up from the internet, I'm just gonna select random icons, alright, to represent what we want. So I'm just gonna click on this, and then I'll click on this, then this. So I'm going to select about 4 to 5 different icons. Look at the bell we were looking for. It's called ringer. That bell icon we were looking for is called ringer. This and possibly this. Alright, now we're done. We'll click on this. See all the icons we have. I'll drag from outside to inside to select all of them. And I will come here and reduce the size. So to find the exact size, I think it's 16 by 16. The other icon we use is 16 by 16. So enter. They're all here. 16 by 16. So if you're not careful, you will do it in such a way that all of them will get lost. So I think 16 by 16 is actually too small. Let's do 40. 40 by 40. Okay, good. So here, if we scroll in, we can see now that we can pull off a stunt of how to separate them. So let's select them one after the other and split them. Okay, I'm gonna click outside to deselect, then one after the other Oops, Ctrl Z. I think I should have grouped. So this guy here, bring to this place. This guy here, bring to this place. This guy, oops, Ctrl Z. I keep selecting the background because I mistakenly didn't group it. And this. Delete. I'm trying to clear off my interface. See, this stuff as big as this, delete. Keep selecting and deleting some of these things. Okay. This one here. Alright, so I'm gonna have to highlight all of this. So I'll hold my shift key, select. So first things first, we click on this to align all of them. See, all of them are aligned now. So let's look at the sizes here. See, they are much smaller here. So let's change the size from 40 to 25. Enter. 25 by 25. 25. Enter. Now it looks more like it. So another thing we can do is to vertically distribute vertical spacing. So we'll vertically arrange them. Okay, so now let's see. Good. All right, so so far so good. Another thing we can do is to select. Let's see if we can move them together a little closer. So if we select everything here and say distribute vertical spacing, they are closer to each other now. So about this guy here, we're going to select a rectangle, draw it from here all the way to the top, and then we choose the color, fill color, choose the color, and we drop a white icon. Click this icon, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, then I can drag, put the icon there, and make it white. Oops, fill color. Nope. The icon is behind, so let's say bring to front. Bring to front. Oops. Bring forward. Bring to front. I have to do it manually from the right menu. The icon somehow happens to be behind. So there is our icon. Our icon here is called vector. So it's above. Why not we put it here? Okay, and if we now do bring to front or bring forward, for some reason it's not working. So we'll still pull it out from there. Let's click on this. This rectangle needs to be inside this. The icon is above the rectangle. Now it works. Now if I bring the icon, notice that you may not be facing this issue. You may not face this issue, and it's okay. Just know how to solve it when you meet it. So I'm just going to drag this to the extreme. If you zoom in, you see that there's space. Drag it and at the bottom here there's this space, drag, and then this seems to not be big enough. So let's see. Yeah, good. Everything is nice so far. The other thing is the color of these icons. Let's highlight and change all the colors. This, that, that. Okay, so we're gonna give them the same coloring we gave the other ones, 50% or 40. I think we dealt with 40 then. So here we have the same color of icons. So the next thing is these boxes. So I'm gonna select a box and draw it above one of these. Good. Notice where it is. Since I drew it above, it's drawing the rectangle outside, so I'll have to drag the rectangle first of all down to this place, then secondly I'll drag it into, okay, it has arranged itself into that, so we're gonna put it here. Let's see where it is. Perfectly aligned here. Alright, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But then if you look, you see that number one is that the edges are curved, and number two, there's this blue line. Alright, so let's do that. Let's implement that. And then you notice that there is a shadow. Okay, and then it's white. So let's change it to white. White. And we make it curved. I'll give it 5% curve. It's now 5%. So let's look at the effects. We just added drop shadow. Then I want to duplicate this, Control D, Command D, duplicated. So now it is duplicated. I'll pull it down. Okay, I'll pull it down just a little. See, it's 2 now. So I'll select the one behind and change the color. The one behind, the fill color, change it to this color. Good. Then come back, drag, oops, Ctrl Z. Then come back and drag this. You see? I think it's 2 rows. I think something like this is good. So this is how you create this kind of effect. So now we have it. We are going to write something inside and put an icon. So to do that, I will group the 2 of them. Select, Ctrl G to group. I've grouped it. Oh, Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z, yeah. Okay, let us look at total users. I'm gonna write a text on it. Total users. Alright, the text, click outside, so it's selected. The text color should be black, but it's 50%. 50. Yeah, the text size is okay. The size is okay. Alright. For now, it's gonna be here. Then let's write 2.975. So another text here. 2.975 what n? 75 space n. 975 space n. Alright, we increase the size. It's at 15. I'll put it at 25. Let's see. Yeah, looking like what we want. And I think 25 is roughly okay. Let's look at what 30 looks like. 30. Okay, then we drag this. Oops, Ctrl Z. Select. We drag this. Okay. Good. Now, the color here, we select the color Good. And we have to put this icon. Remember that this icon is a little faded, more faded than this. So I'll select any of this, Ctrl D, then I'll drag into here. Oops. Bring to font. So there you go. Expand the icon a little and just make sure that it is faded. Put the color at 40. Perfect. Perfect. Oops, Ctrl Z. I keep accidentally dragging the background, you see, Ctrl Z, because I did not group it. Don't make that same mistake with me. I think let's try and group it now and see what will happen. Let's try group it. Let us try grouping it. As long as it's not going to throw everything we have to the background. Control group selection. Okay, we're still good. So I've grouped it now and we're good. Alright, now we have one. We have to spread it into 4 places. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we scroll. We have to select all so that we can duplicate them. I'll click. I've clicked to select. Hold my shift key. Click on this. Click on this. Click on this. And then zoom in. Click on this. Alright, so let's first of all try to group it. Group. Okay, it's grouped. Alright, Control G or Command G, that's what I use to group it. Then we'll do Control D. Alright, Control D to duplicate it. So now I can put it beside each other. So now it's beside it. Now if I press Ctrl D again, it's gonna put another one and another one. Oh, my spacing is not good, so I have to make sure they are closer. Yes, so Command D. Then Command D again. Good. Now we got the spacing correctly. Okay, so the only thing remaining is to change the colors of this. I will just double click here, yeah, and change this to 51 2K. Alright. Oops. 51 51.25 capital letter K. Highlight Control A or Command A and come here, change the color to this. Good. And this one is 166.89 space capital letter M. Alright, so highlight, the color is green. Green. Okay, so the last one is 1,250 space. Okay, no space, just K. Good. Select everything. It's a little pinkish. Remember that we can actually use the sniping tool and get the color from here. For instance, we could do this and get the exact color. Alright. So one other thing I want to do is to use different check the size of this. click on this to check the size. The size is 53 by 41. Fine. Delete it. Oops. Copy. Make sure it is front. Bring the front. Okay. 53 by 41 by 41. Enter. Okay, good. Then move it to the side. Good. And make sure it's at 50% or 40. I think 40 is what it is. Alright. I'm gonna do that for just one more. I'm gonna use this. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Drag it to this place. Make sure it is on top. Bring the front. And 53 by 41, 53 by 40. Enter. Delete this one. Double click to delete. Then move this into place. And put this at 40. Okay, so you can do the rest by yourself. I think this kind of solves most of the problem. Just shows some diversity. Okay, the other thing is what's written on the total users, daily visitors, downloads, and purchased. Okay, so I'm gonna have purchased, downloads, daily visitors. Okay, so I have to make sure that they are aligned. The text is aligned to the end of the one above. This text has to be aligned. Has to be aligned. This has to be aligned. Alright. So I selected the two of them and I'm using my cursor key to move them. Alright, good. I think we have what we're looking for now. So far, so good. We can group them so that we can move them together if we want next time. Group. Ctrl G. They are grouped now, so we can move them around, which is exactly what I want to do. Then we're looking at this chart. This chart is basically a block that covers two. A block that covers two screens. And that block is white. It's a white block that is curved. The curve is 10. 5. Most curves here are 5. It has an effect. I've added the effects, and it just has a chart. Alright, it has a chart. But first of all, we're going to write the name of the chart at the top. So we're going to write, look, it has this bar chart and then it has this line. Alright, so here we're going to get a text and write bar chart. Okay, just to be sure. Bar chart. Select, Ctrl A to select. Remove it from bold to regular. Make sure that the size is dropped down to like 20. Good. So make sure it's in the middle. Let's see what middle can look like. Click outside. Make sure it's in the middle. Oops. Let's see where it is. Directly under this space. Okay, it's here. What did we just do? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna paint it the color we want. Get this color. That's the color it is. Okay, we're gonna have to draw a rule under it. So line. Hold your shift key to make the line straight. Alright. So I'm thinking I still have to reduce the size of the chart. Bar chart. Okay, it's okay. So this rule, if you're wondering how it's straight, you have to hold your shift key for you to be able to make it a straight line. So now I've selected it, I have to reduce the blackness. So I'll put it at 50, enter, and click outside. Let's compare it to what we have here. No, 50 is too dark, so we'll put it at I think 30 is okay. 30, enter. Let's compare again. 30 is still too dark, really? Put it at 20. Okay, now we have it. Now we have it, okay. Alright. I think this is actually bold. Bold. Yes, I just made this bold. I think it's bold. Okay, now we have it. This bar chart, I'm not going to design it one by one. What we're going to do is simply to copy it, right? So we'll simply copy the picture. So to do that, we can come where we got the picture originally. This is where it is. And we can simply, on my MacBook, I'll hold the shift key, the command key, and number 4. Shift, command, and the number 4. And draw with my mouse. Alright. Shift, command, and number 4. So here, I can add it. Alright, now we're gonna have to add the image that we imported. So you click here and select the place image. So we'll select the image we just imported here. That's it. Hit open. And it's asking us, see, it's on my mouse, asking me where to place it. So I'm gonna click here, and you see it has placed itself there. So I have to minimize it. Oops. Ctrl Z. I made the same kind of mistake I made before. So that mistake I made before. First of all, before we import the image, click on this, extend this. I don't know why I'm saying this. Delete. Okay, good. So right back here, extend this. Oh, I grouped this. I have to ungroup. I have to ungroup. Select, right click, ungroup. Good. So now it's kind of cool now. Okay. So to add an image, I have to draw a box. The box the image will fill. I've drawn the box. Right click, place image, and select the image, enter. You see? So you tell Figma where the image is gonna be. So that's Figma for you. Good. So this particular box, we need to pull it down a little, and this particular image holding my cursor key, it needs to come down a little. Good. Now this line, I need to duplicate it. Ctrl D. Now it's duplicated. I can pull it all the way down to this place, and this particular one, pull it down a little, just a little more. So this is what we end up with. Look at this extension here. Click on it. I'll move it to the right until it blends in. Perfect. Okay, now up here you will see that we're no longer making use of this. You will see that here there is a updated 2 hours ago. Updated 2 hours ago. Cool. So we're gonna copy, we're gonna write something here. Updated 2 hours ago. Select, make sure that it's black, make sure it's in front. I don't know why it's not showing, but probably because it's behind. The rectangle is at the top, and updated 2 hours ago should be right there at the top. Where is the rectangle? Okay, that's it. Okay, this is too bold. It is way too bold, so we're gonna put it at regular, and it is way too bright. We'll put it at 50. Then it's way too big. We'll put it at 15. Put it at 10. No, 10 is too tiny. 15. Okay, good. Then it's in the middle. It's not in the middle. We'll put it in the middle. Okay, good. Alright, so if I zoom out, you're gonna see it now. Okay, cool. I still need to ungroup this selection. Yeah, so now I've ungrouped. It means I can independently work on each of these. So finally, we're coming to the end of this tutorial. What we're gonna do is to hold my shift key, select everything here, select this, select this, select this, and Ctrl G to group. I've grouped it. Oops, I skipped this guy. Select this, Ctrl G to group, and everything is grouped now. Now I can Ctrl D to duplicate and drag to the left. You see? Then I can change this from line bar chart to line chart. Okay, line chart. Oops, Ctrl C. Escape. Double click, line chart. Okay, and what else did we have here? Updated just now. Updated just now. Updated just now. Updated just now. Okay, and then finally we're gonna have to replace this. So first of all, what we do is we screenshot it so that we can replace it. So this is what we're gonna do. Hold on Mac, I'll hold my shift key, hold my command, hold number 4, and then cut. And draw with my mouse, and we're good. It takes the screenshot, and when we're back here, we can select this, place image, and click on this, hit enter. It will replace this image with the new one. It's asking me where with this plus, and I'll just click this. Now it is replaced. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury and UX design, as you can see, we have completely replicated this, proving once again that there is nothing you can replicate with Figma. So what I'll do is I'll delete this, and we have this. Your complete clone of a UI dashboard with Figma. Alright, if you want to export, you know how to do that. You export using this, and click export. Alright, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so that next time. I think one thing I should mention is if you want to export in higher quality, make sure this is set to higher. If you export it the way it is, it's going to be very poor quality. Alright. Okay, thanks a lot. Let me open. Now this is what it looks like when I exported it. You see? Really nice, right? Thanks.